Hallo lieber Kinder, wie geht's? I hope you all are doing well. And how was your test of verb conjugation? I hope you are now well versed with it. So what did we do in the last video? Let us see. So we completed textbook till exercise number 22, correct? And we completed workbook till exercise number 8. We formed dialogues, correct? So now let us continue. Let us come back to textbook. Seite Nummer 14. Übung Nummer 24. Exercise number 24. It is about email schreiben. Writing an email. How to write an email. Let us read this email first. Du bekommst eine E-Mail von Ben. Bekommen means to get, to receive. You receive or you are receiving an email from Ben. Ben is your friend maybe. Lies the mail. Read the mail. So let us see what Ben has to say. Hallo, ich heiße Ben. Ich bin 11 Jahre alt. Wie alt bist du? Tschüss. Viele Grüße, Ben. So what is Ben doing over here? He is trying to find new email friends. Do you know the concept of email friends? Some people try to make new friends over mails. They get to know people over mail. So they make new friends. They ask each other their details like name, age, what subjects do they like, which school do they go, what are their hobbies, etc. So then they become friends over mail. So this is one of them. Ben is trying to make a friend over email. So he has sent you this mail and you have to reply to this mail. Schreib Ben eine Antwort. Write to Ben an answer. Antwort means answer. You have to reply to this mail. First, let us see the format of writing mail. So this is the format of mail. Email schreiben. You start with Liebe or Lieber. Means dear. Like you write in a letter. Dear Max or dear Garima, dear Pooja. Correct? DEAR. You write it in English as well, right? So Liebe and Lieber both mean dear. But you use Liebe for a female friend and Lieber for a male friend. For example, Liebe Tina. Now Tina is a girl, so I will say Liebe. But Stefan is a boy, so I will say Lieber Stefan. Correct? So Liebe or Lieber depending on the person whom you are writing to. So write the name over here. For example, Liebe Tina. Then give a comma. Then on the next line, you start writing your mail. Now, in English, we give space over here. We give space and start writing from here. But no, in German, do not give any space over here. Directly below L, start writing your mail. Okay? And the first letter has to be small. Because here you have a comma. Comma means the sentence is not ended over here. It has not end. So you have to continue the sentence. So next line, just below L, start writing the mail with a small letter. Correct? So I have written small h. Suppose my first word is hello. So h has to be small. Then I will write my mail, whatever I want to say in the mail. And I can end my mail with choose. Bye bye. Okay, this is not a rule. It is just a suggestion. You can end the mail with choose. Then next line, write viele Grüße. Many greetings. Grüße means greetings. Viele Grüße. Then do not give any comma over here. And then next line, write your name. First name is enough because this is an informal mail. Okay, so your first name is enough. Suppose Marcus. Correct? So everything has to start over here. No giving space. So what is the format again? Liebe for female friend, Lieber for male friend. So lieber, write the name over here of your friend, give a comma, next line, start writing with a small letter just below L without any space. Start writing your mail, write whatever you want to write. You can end the mail with choose if you want. It is not a rule. Then this is a rule. Write viele Grüße, many greetings. Do not give a comma over here and write your first name. Correct? So this is the format. So now let us write the mail to Ben. So now Ben is not already your friend. He is introducing himself. So now we also need to introduce ourselves. Correct? So what do we have to do? He has told his name and his age. So we will also tell our name and age. Okay? So this is an example mail I have written over here. Can you see that? Let us read it. So I have written lieber Ben. It is already written in the textbook. Lieber Ben, because Ben is a boy. So I have written lieber. I have given a comma. And then next line I have started my mail. Hallo. So now they have told me what to write. Name and wie alt. So I have to write my name and how old I am. So how will I write my name? Ich heiße Vinay. Correct? Hallo. Ich heiße Vinay. So H has to be small over here. Then wie alt. So I have to write my age. How will I write that? Ich bin 11 Jahre alt. Now I can end my mail over here. But if I end my mail over here, what will Ben reply to me then? So for him to reply to me something, I prefer to end it with a question so that he can reply to me with something. If there is no question, there is no question of reply. I need a reply from him. I want to make friends with him. Correct? So I end the mail with a question so that he can reply to me. Wo wohnst du, for example. You can put any question. Woher kommst du or was lernst du, whatever. Okay? So wo wohnst du? Since we are not very good friends, I have asked a very basic question. Do not get too much personal in the first mail. So wo wohnst du? And then choose. Viele Grüße. And then I will write my first name over here. Vinay. Correct? I have written Vinay. You can write your own name. Correct? Good. So now I want you to write a similar short and sweet mail to this person. Now this I have written. You can change the name, age, the last question as well. Okay? So write a reply to this mail on a separate sheet. It is a subject enrichment activity. It carries marks. So write it on a separate sheet and you can give it to me later when the school resumes. Okay? Good. Now, let us come back to Arbeitsbuch. Arbeitsbuch, Übung 8 ist fertig. It is done. Let us go further to Übung 9. Exercise number 9. What do we have to do? Verbinde die zwei Teile. Teile means parts. These are two parts. Verbinden means to connect. We have to connect the two parts. For example, they have connected one for us. Guten Tag. We have to connect the other parts as well. So, grüß dich. Auf Wiedersehen. Danke, gut. Wie geht's? Correct? So I have joined them. Now without seeing in the video, you can do this on your own. It is very, very simple. Okay? Jetzt weiter. Übung 10. Du triffst einen Freund oder eine Freundin. Was sagst du? You are meeting a friend or a female friend. Freundin is a female friend and Freund is a male friend. So you are meeting your male friend or your female friend. Was sagst du? What will you say? They have given us 4 options. Grüß dich, tschüss, Auf Wiedersehen and Hallo. So two of them mean hello and two of them mean goodbye. So let us give each one hello and one goodbye. So I have written it like this. You can write it in your own way. Grüß dich. Hallo. Tschüss. Auf Wiedersehen. Okay? It is very, very simple. Now let us go ahead. Übung 11. Schreib Sätze. Write sentences. So what they have done? They have jumbled these words. We have to bring them in the correct order to form a sensible sentence. For example, first one. Heiße Martin ich. So what will be the sentence? Ich heiße Martin. Correct? Next one. Second one. Du, wer, bist. Question mark. So this is a question. Question has to start with a WH word. W word. So it is where. Where, bist, du. Correct? So what is the rule over here? There is a simple rule. If it is a sentence, a normal sentence or a W question, the verb has to come at the second position. Only for yes no question, the verb comes at the first position. For example, here, bist du Karin? Bist is a verb. It came at the first position. That means this is a yes no question. Heißt du Klaus? Again, heißen is the verb. It came at the first position. So it is a yes no question. Wer bist du? Now here it is a WH question. So verb came at the second position. Wie heißt du? Again, this is a WH question. So verb came at the second position. Bist du Nina? Verb came first. So yes no question. Bist du Brigitte? Verb came first. So yes no question. It is very simple. So this is the rule. For a simple sentence or a WH question, the verb comes at the second position. Only for a yes no question, the verb comes first. So here we do have a WH word. So it is a WH question. Wer bist du? So verb comes at the second position. Bin Klaus ich. Here it is not a question. It is a simple sentence. So verb comes second. So ich bin Klaus. Bist alt wie du. Correct? So now here it is a question. So wie alt bist du? Correct? Although bist comes as third word, it is second position because wie alt is 1 unit. How old is 1 unit. You cannot separate it out. So wie alt is 1 unit. Then second position is bist. Wie alt bist du? Correct? Let me write it down. Wie alt bist du? Although bist seems to come at third, it is a third word. It is not a third position. It is second position because wie alt is 1 unit. You cannot separate it out. Correct? So it is 1 unit. Second position is verb. Wie alt bist du? Fifth one, bin ich 12. Here it is a sentence, normal sentence. So ich bin 12. Full stop. Okay? Gut. Übung 12. Richtig schreiben. Ergänzen. You have to write it correctly. In these blanks, you have to fill these two options, W or V. These are the words that we have learnt till now. You have to fill one of them, either W or V in the first one. So here, WIR, wear. Fear is for and where is who. Correct? Similarly, in the second one you have to fill I or IE. Wiedersehen. It is a part of Auf Wiedersehen. The spelling is IE. Auf Wiedersehen. W-I-E, is how or what. Then Sieben is 7. Then S-N-G-N, singen, is to sing. And Spiel is a game, I-E. Okay? So every time you have to choose between this or this. All the words are known. So try to solve the remaining. It is very easy. Okay? After that, here, Zeiternummer 8, Arbeitsbuch. We have a song over here. So I am going to send you the audio. Listen to this song. Okay? The lyrics are already given over here. You can recite the song by listening to the audio. It is a sweet and simple song. Okay? So do it on your own. Good. Now let us come back to textbook. Seite Nummer 15, page number 15. And the exercise is Aussprache. Aussprache means pronunciation. Pronunciation, long or short vowels. If you remember, we have done this in the first video. But this is again a revision. So what do we have to do? The highlighted vowels. Some vowels are highlighted over here. We have to pay attention to the pronunciation of these vowels in the audio. We have to see if these vowels are said long or short. Okay? So whatever it is, you have to mark over here. Let us mark cross, because this is a common way of marking for Germans. Germans do not tick. They do a cross. Okay? This is just an example. So now I am going to play the audio. Listen carefully if the highlighted vowel is said for a longer time or a shorter time. Okay, it is, you can easily make out if it is long or short. Okay, let us listen to the audio.
Sprache. Lange und kurze Vokale. Übung 1. Hör zu und markiere.
Ben, Tina, Sarah, Anke, Petra, Mia, Thomas, Steffi, Jutta, Karin.
So did you listen to that? Could you make out the long and the short vowels? Let us listen to it once again.
Aussprache. Lange und kurze Vokale. Übung 1. Hör zu und markiere.
Ben,
So he says Ben. It seems short. He does not say Ben. Ben is short. So we'll cross here again under short. Let us listen ahead.
Tina,
Tina. It is not Tina. It is Tina. So it is long.
Sarah,
Zara. It is again long. It is not Zara. It is Zara.
Anke,
Anke. So again, it is short. It is not Anke. It is Anke. So it is short.
Petra,
Petra. Again, long.
Mia,
Mia. So it is long.
Thomas,
Thomas. So again it is long.
Steffi,
Steffi. So it is short. He does not say Steffi. He says Steffi. So it is short.
Jutta.
Jutta is again short. Jutta would be long, but Jutta is short.
Karin.
Karin. Karin is again long. It is easy to make out a short and a long vowel. If one says it for a short time, then it is short. If one says it for a long time or elongates it, then it is a long vowel. Okay? We have a similar exercise in the workbook as well for Aussprache and pronunciations. Lange und kurze Vokale, long and short vowels. So here they have shown some more examples of long and short vowels. So, V is long, but Ish is short because I is said for a very short time. Zehn is long, but He is short because E is said for a short time. But zehn, this H elongates this E. So it is zehn, long. Gut is long, but un is short. Correct? Then da is long, but danke is short. Correct? So mostly, wherever you have two consecutive consonants after the vowel, it is a short vowel. But there are some exceptions. Okay, but mostly, if there are two consecutive consonants after the vowel, it is a short vowel. Okay? So now, exercise number 2 is, you have to write these words into these two columns. You have to categorize them into long vowel and short vowel. And the vowels are highlighted. You have to pay attention to these vowels. Try to speak them aloud and you can yourself guess if it is short or long. Gewonnen. It is short. There are two consonants after the vowel consecutively. So, gewonnen, short. Hallo. Hallo. Herr. Jutta. Sieben. Spiel. Steffi. Vier. Wiedersehen. Zahl. Correct? So try to categorize them into long and short. Okay? Good. So now we are done with chapter 1. And one class test and one subject enrichment activity. So I want to remind you to write that activity on a separate sheet. Okay? So see you soon. Bis bald. Tschüss.